In the glitzy world of entertainment, where cameras flash and perfect smiles abound, there are small moments that are far more precious than the spotlight. Moments when someone appears genuinely nervous in front of the person who makes their heart race. And recently, the public has been captivated by Chen Zheyuan's behavior, who seems unable to hide his nervousness whenever he is near Li Qin. Is this just awkwardness between two co-workers? Or is there something deeper? Let's dive into the story behind the shy smiles and meaningful glances of these two stars, Chen Zheyuan and Li Qin. It all started on the set of the drama that brought them together. Li Qin, with her calm and dignified charm, played a strong yet gentle female character. Meanwhile, Chen Zheyuan, with his youthful and charismatic aura, became a co-star who brought new color to every scene. However, behind the camera, many noticed something different. Every time Li Qin spoke, Chen Zheyuan seemed to lose his bearings. His eyes didn't seem to know where to look, his hands would sometimes accidentally grip or play with the microphone, and his voice would even tremble slightly when he greeted her. Fans who pay attention to their interactions at various promotional events immediately conclude one thing: Chen Zheyuan is nervous, but in a cute way. There is a kind of honesty that radiates from the way he acts, as if every second spent near Li Qin makes him want to appear perfect. But that is precisely what makes him seem even more adorable. In many interviews, Chen Zheyuan never hides his admiration for Li Qin. He often refers to her as very professional, humble, and elegant. But fans know there's more than just professional admiration. Every time he talks about Li Qin, his voice softens, his eyes sparkling in a way that's hard to describe. In fact, in one interview, when asked which actress makes him the most nervous when acting, he chuckled before answering, "Probably Li Qin." And Li Qin, although known for her calm demeanor, her expressions often say more than words. Whenever Chen Zheyuan made a small mistake on set, she would always smile gently, even calming him down with lighthearted jokes. Their closeness was impossible to hide. There was a comfort that only two people who understood each other and perhaps liked each other could have. Fans certainly didn't miss the sweet moments that scattered behind the scenes. One such moment was when Chen Zheyuan unconsciously stared at Li Qin for too long during an interview session. The camera captured his soft, admiring gaze, prompting the MC to tease, "Zheyuan, are you listening or mesmerized?" Chen's face immediately turned red, and the whole room burst into laughter. He tried to cover his embarrassment with a nervous smile, but it was too late. The camera had recorded everything. In another moment, when they appeared together on the red carpet, Chen Zheyuan was seen walking very carefully beside Li Qin. He made sure he wasn't too close, but also not too far away. Close enough to show respect, but also so he could always be by her side. And when Li Qin stumbled on the hem of her dress, Chen's hand reflexively reached out to catch her without a second thought. The scene lasted only a few seconds, but it was enough to set social media ablaze. Fans flooded the comments section with phrases like, "He really can't hide his feelings," and "Look at the way he looks at Li Qin. It's not just a co-worker." Not only off-screen, but their chemistry in the drama was so strong that it was difficult to distinguish between acting and real feelings. In emotional scenes, their gazes were so sincere, as if they were truly living in their roles, or perhaps they were just being themselves. There was a moment when Li Qin looked at Chen Zheyuan with soft, empathetic eyes, and he looked back with a nervous but warm expression, like someone who was falling in love but didn't dare to admit it. The two create a chemistry that feels effortless. Even the director once said in an interview, "They have a natural connection that's hard to explain. I didn't need to direct them much. They just needed to look at each other, and the camera captured the magic." With all that sweet interaction, it's no wonder that the fandom began to ship them, that is, shipping them as a real couple. Fanbase accounts began compiling videos titled Chen Zheyuan Nervous Around Li Qin, complete with romantic music and slow motion every time their eyes met. Every shy smile, every small touch, even every awkward moment they had in front of the camera became endless speculation. Some fans even called them the Zhe Qin couple, and the hashtag was trending on social media. Behind it all, one thing was certain. Their moments weren't just acting. There was something honest and real there. Li Qin is not an easy person to read. She is known as an actress who always maintains a professional distance from her co-stars. But interestingly, around Chen Zheyuan, she seems more relaxed, smiles more often, and even sometimes teases him lightly with a gentle expression that she rarely shows in public. For Chen Zheyuan, it was like a challenge and a miracle at the same time. He once admitted that Li Qin had an aura that made people want to respect her, but also want to get closer to her. And perhaps that is where her charm lies. It's not because of her appearance, but because Li Qin's calmness makes Zheyuan even more nervous, and that nervousness turns into a small form of deep admiration. It didn't take long before netizens began to notice their dynamic. At every public event, fans always highlighted the small gestures. How Chen Zheyuan bowed his head when Li Qin spoke, as if afraid to look at her for too long. How he always gave way to Li Qin first. Or how Li Qin looked at him with a warm smile every time he was at a loss for words. Comments such as, "Zheyuan looks like he's really in love," or "Look at his hands, he doesn't even know where to put them," flooded social media every time they appeared together. The question now is Chen Zheyuan really in love with Li Qin? Or is this just a form of respect and admiration for his senior? No one knows for sure. But doesn't love often start with a little admiration? From an inexplicable nervousness, from the desire to always look perfect in front of someone who makes you feel different. Fans are convinced that among all the awkward glances and nervous laughter, there are seeds of love that may slowly grow. And maybe, one day, they will stop hiding what is already too obvious. In a world full of falsehoods, moments like this feel so real. Chen Zheyuan may not have the courage to admit what he really feels, but his every movement speaks more honestly than words. Li Qin, with her warm smile, seems to understand everything, without needing an explanation. And perhaps, amid the laughter, behind the camera, there is a little story about two hearts that understand each other but are still afraid to reveal their feelings. They may not be an official couple yet, but for many fans, Chen Zheyuan and Li Qin have shown that nervousness can be the sweetest form of love. Does Chen Zheyuan truly harbor feelings for Li Qin? Or is this just the natural chemistry of two talented actors who are too well suited for each other? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. Every time they're together, the world seems to slow down a little, and love feels real, even if it hasn't been spoken.